Hello folks, I thought I'd take you through a initial character creation and startup, basically using the guide that I wrote um, for the original Morrowind on the very first Xbox, not the 360, not the one, but the original Xbox. And this guide is on game FAQs, and I wrote it, I think, 2002, 2003, somewhere along in there. So this does use game exploits, and I'm kind of surprised they still work, believe it or not. After all this time, Bethesda never patched any of this stuff. So here we go. We'll start a new character, and I'll take you through the quick startup to start out with a lot of cash to start with, and ramping up some of your stats to start with.
Stand up.
Skip the
There you
intro
go.
movie.
You were dreaming. What's your name?
Okay, we'll just call this one stream for now. Kind of weird having the keyboard in alphabetical order. I'm used to standard keyboard layouts.
Well, not even
And by the
his
way,
makes
this
soul
does not
pretty.
work with the chat pad.
I heard them say
Big
we
surprise
reached
there.
Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
One thing real quick. When I first started this, installed it, the always use best attack was turned off. So you may want to turn that on. And I turned down the music a little bit to make the voice, or the voice in game and the game effects a little brighter and easier for you to hear me on this stream. And something else I did was I remapped the sneak to be the left bumper instead of the pressing down on the left joystick. I found pressing on the joystick rather cumbersome, trying to sneak all the time. So you now have jump and sneak both on your left forefinger, so odds are you'll never try to jump and sneak simultaneously. And which moved the journal to the stick press, which is perfectly fine because we very rarely ever use it.
Quiet.
And we can't move until this guy gets here.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Would love to. And you can't loot anything in here. You can't pick up anything. You don't have an inventory yet, so don't even bother. Save your time. The only thing you can do is leave the ship, and that's done by this
Get
trapdoor
yourself-
here. Pressing A.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you.
Can't loot anything else out there,
You
so
finally arrived.
not a bother.
Our records
Don't
show
even bother.
somewhere.
Now, what you create here as your character does not matter. You can play anything you want here. The startup guide that I'm about to show you applies to any race, any class, anything you want to do. Doesn't really matter. So, choose my typical
Great.
dark
I'm
elf.
sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Would love to. This guy's going to trot us up to the office here. Hop in here. And you can't pick up anything yet, so don't even bother. You don't have an inventory quite yet.
Yes.
All we can do is talk to this guy here.
You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
And I'll create a standard character. Stealth. Endurance. Luck. Medium armor. Sneak up on the top there. Athletics is already over here. Probably making a lot of alchemy. So we got athletics, enchant. Not really a big deal. Alteration, destruction. Restoration, we'll probably be using a lot of that. Give me one athletics, so we're moving and jumping. Now again, this guide is not about actually building the character. So again, choosing what you want here, not what I chose here for your character build.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
Okay, we pick our sign. I usually go with lady because it gives us 25 points in personality and endurance. But again, choose whatever you want here. Does not matter for this startup guide.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Okay, this is your last chance to look over your stats and everything. These abilities will differ, and of course the numbers here for health, magic, and fatigue will differ to start with, as will these points here as well. I tend to go for endurance bonuses to start with, mainly because it increases the amount of health you gain with each level. And again, the powers and all this stuff, Ancestor, Guardian, big whoop. Again, Fire Bite gives you fire damage to start with. Most of the stuff I'll never use. I mean, the resist fire is nice, especially when you start coming up against some of the fire critters. But again, the entire build here is basically up to you at this point. So we're gonna go with B, and again we can change anything at this point. But once we press B here, you're committed. You can't change anything from then on. So we chose lady, got everything. I think we're good. So we'll press A, and he will give us
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
our release here as soon as we pick this up. And now we have an inventory. So pressing B gets us in their inventory. So now we can loot everything. Right now, anything that you steal, you're in a grace period until you go through the rest of the starting tutorial, the in-game tutorial. So right now you can steal anything you want and not go to jail and not pay a fine. So for instance, if we steal, let's find one of these bottles. I'll pick up the bottle, see, crime, guard's gonna come by, says don't do that, go away. And you steal something else, same thing. He's gonna come, tell you, knock it off, go away. The problem is, every time he does that, he takes whatever stolen items you have in your inventory. So what we need to do is, since we're plenty far away from the guard, and we don't have to worry about this guy either, we want to practice on these bottles, these goblets up here, because we don't really care about them. If the guard gets them, so what? We don't want them. What you do not want to start with is this expensive platter and some of the higher value items. So you're looking for value versus weight at this point, because you can only carry so much. In the case of this character, 200 pounds is it. So we're maxed out at 200 pounds. So we want to fill that inventory up with the most expensive items per weight. And right now, that's this platter. What we don't want to have happen is that guard to come over here and take it away. Because right now, if I hit the menu, there is no save. So we cannot save yet. We cannot sleep yet. So we want to be very careful, and this has to be done very quickly. So what we want to do is we want to pick this up with A. And by the way, this is for Xbox One. You want to pick this bottle up with A and immediately enter your inventory menu by pressing B after you pick it up. So A, B, boom, and see we've got it. And the guard hasn't gotten to us yet. We have a bottle here. So what we want to do is we want to drop the bottle, and the guard will come talk to us and go by. And the bottle we picked up is now on the ground, and it is still stolen, but it doesn't set off the guards if we were to pick it up again. See, it doesn't tick off the guard. However, if we pick up another item here and the guard does get to us before we open the menu again, he will take not only the item we stole, but this bottle as well, because it's still marked as stolen. So what we want to do is we want to leave everything. Oops, I didn't want to drop the papers. They're not stolen. So you want to leave everything on the ground at this point. So A, B, X. So we got the routine down. You let the guard talk to you. You don't go talk to the guard. So let him return to his spot. And now, we're comfortable enough now. We'll try some of the more expensive items here. A, B, drop it. And sometimes it'll go back on the shelf. Not a big deal. We give him a chance to return. A, B, drop it. Okay. Let it go back. So that's basically the routine here. Just let him talk to us after each time. Let him go back. And now that we've got... Remember, we had stolen out this one already. We'll just point at the wall and drop that on the ground. So you can see everything's kind of stacking up right here. Nice, nice. Bowl. I think that's probably all we're going to get off of this. Maybe the bowl. And then we'll go for that platter. Okay, so now we've got the most expensive items off of here. Now we've got the guard over there. We want to try to get as far away from him as we possibly can. We can't jump yet, so we can't get on top of the chest or anything. Now this is going to add, and these are worth $50 or 50 gold for only 4 pounds. So these are pretty well worth it as well. So now that we've got the guard over there away from us, so we can work on these books now. Now this is going to add an extra keystroke to the mix here. So we can read the book without, upsetting the guard. Reading books is fine. Taking them, on the other hand, is not. So we press A to read the book, and we have to press A again to take it at this point, and then immediately press B. So we're adding another A in here. So now we're going to take it and press B. And so we got in, and drop the book. Let him talk to us. Go away. He'll go back to the spot. Read it. Take it. Inventory. And see, he's gotten a little bit closer now, so this last book might be a little bit of a challenge. Oh, we got it. Awesome. Let's see if we can get this phase. Wow, he's really close. Hey, we got it. Awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to leave all this stuff on the ground that we're in here. I'd like to get that candlestick, too. Let's see if we can score that candlestick here. Hey, got it. Sweet. All right. So now that we've picked up our papers, we have them with us. We can go through this door. It was locked before. We couldn't go through it. These guys don't ever come down here, so it's not a big deal. You can even close the door if you want. Down at the bottom here, there's some odds and ends in here. Usually, it's just simply not worth collecting all this stuff. I tend to like to grab the torches because I find them handy for light sources later. Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to leave these candles and stuff in here until the very last thing, unless you like just wandering around in the dark. So we want to grab our lockpick off the table. I'll show you in a minute. As soon as I get done looting stuff. Oops, I didn't mean to drop it. Oh, snap. Yeah, I think it glitched through the floor. I didn't mean to drop it. Ay. Yeah, well. We'll grab the dagger. Yeah. Okay. And all this stuff. We want to grab the most expensive stuff out of here. We also want this bread, because we'll need that in a little bit. Go ahead and grab the fork. And with these kwama eggs, because we'll need those later. The book. And the egg is down here. Grab these, because they're worth it. And then we're going to grab the lamps. Okay, and then we're going to go grab all the stuff that we picked up back here. And remember, this stuff is all stolen. So do not talk to or get caught by a guard right now. All right. Now we're getting loaded up. So now we're going to head out the back door. Okay. Now, we're outside, and we finally have jump, which we need desperately in just a second here. What we're going to do is we're going to grab a couple items, and we're going to leave this ring in here, and we're going to drop our orders in here, because we'll come back to this barrel later. Now, there's a glitch in this corner here. If you head into this corner, just like this, pushing forward, and jump, you'll glitch through the wall and out into Cedonine here. Right now you can still steal without going to jail. So what we want to do is we want to come over here, and we need to get a couple $100 in our pocket here. Talk to this guy, and we're going to sell all the stuff except for platter here. And I'll explain why not the platter a little bit later, because there is a vendor that will pay full price for this stuff. So we got a couple $100 on us. We're good. Out. And we're going to go over to the Stilt Strider over here. And we're going to head to Saran. And that's why we needed some money on us. We're going to drop everything we're carrying right here. Except the money. And it'll freak some people out because we're naked now. But we're gonna leave all this stuff behind because we want maximum carrying capacity. So we're gonna talk to this person, and we're gonna head down to Saran. Okay, the place we're looking for is down at the bottom down here. And we're going to clean them out a couple of places here. First place, we're going to go over here to the pawn shop. There's some items up here, up top if you want to. There's a chest if I hadn't dropped the, the lockpick. That was kind of stupid. We also want to pick up these eggs before we leave, but not right now. The items we're after are right over here. Now what you absolutely positively do not want to do is get greedy. If you get too high of a bounty, the guards will attack you instead of reprimanding you. And right now you have no weapons and no defense. So we're going to steal 2 of these darts, and we're going to run out, drop them on the ground, and then I'm going to be on our way out. I'm going to grab that lantern. 2 of these darts, we're going to run out, talk to a guard, which will zero out our bounty, and we'll come back in here and get them again.
I'll deal with you, thief.
Come on.
That is quite
There we go.
thief.
How he can punch us from way over there, I don't know.
Oh, God.
Okay, so we're going to run outside. So we've got a 4K bounty on us right now, which is not enough to put the guards in kill mode yet. And the reason I wanted the lantern is so I can see the stuff after it's dark. Oh, there's a guard right there. Do not talk to him. Let him see you. See, there we go. So I didn't click on him. I just let him see me. So now our bounty is back to 0 again. And you can see your bounty on your stat screen. It's right down here. Go in, rinse and repeat. So he's all calmed back down again. So we're going to grab 2 more
You're finished.
2 more darts here.
Finished.
Yeah. These things are worth $2 grand a pop. So very well worth it. So you can see our bounty is $4 grand because we picked up 2K darts here. Again, drop those on the ground. Go find our guard. He's probably upstairs. So he makes a big circle out here. That's not one of the guards, by the way. There he is. And sometimes it takes a bit to get their attention. I don't know why. There we go. Okay, so our bounty is back to 0 again. So the idea is to try to clean out all these shops and get yourself some quick starting cash. And we haven't even actually technically started the game yet. We're still in what the game thinks is the tutorial mode. Yeah. Yeah, let me go. He's hitting us, but he's only doing fatigue damage.
I'm not amused.
Yet. Okay, we're dropping everything. Go find our card. There he is. Sorry, we'll do it again. I think that's... Oh, the ebony pauldron. There's an ebony pauldron on the counter as well. If he's going to stand on that side, we'll go on this side. These are worth a little bit of cash, but they're kind of heavy for right now. So we're just going to stick with grabbing the pauldron here. 24 pounds for 350. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and grab that.
Deal with you, thief.
And sneak out. Yeah. Grab one more time.
I am not amused.
Okay, guard. There he is. Hello. Yoo-hoo. Thank you. We'll hit the smith here. Now this guy, he hits pretty hard. It would be nice if we could get to stuff without opening this bar door, but we really can't get to it. He's got 3 items right back here that are worth decent money. And what we need to do is we need to nab him, back up away from him so he doesn't hit us. There's a guard over there that's going to come running over, but we don't want this guy to hit us. So we're going to pick this up, back up. Oh, I got stuck on the counter. See what I mean? He hits pretty hard. I got stuck on the counter.
Surrender yourself. Guards!
So now we get around the corner, let the guard talk to us.
Probably nothing.
And then one more. Oh, he's going to be difficult.
Do you take me for a fool?
There we go. There's a couple of... There's a book right here you want to read. Up your short blade. We could try to steal it, but the guard's too close for us. I don't remember anything being of value up here. Oh, the book. I forgot about the book. Light armor. We don't worry about the clothes yet. Okay, so let's pick up our loot out of here. Remember, once you've dropped it on the ground, yes, it is stolen, but it doesn't trigger the guards or anything. So now we want to drop these over here. And there is one potion in this shop we want to grab, since we kind of got hit here. We want to get those, is there any Kwama eggs? The containers are random. We can grab these while we're out of sight. Up here, I don't think he'll see us. Nope, he's not going to see us. So we can get these eggs. And just anything in here? Nothing that we need right now. Okay, there's a health potion right here on the shelf that we're gonna grab.
That is quite enough, thief.
And we're gonna run out of here.
You are a fool to walk around like that.
Drop these. We're gonna use that. And the odds are the bounty is probably not going to be enough to trigger the guard. Just on the...
You are a fool to walk around like that.
Yeah, for 15 he's not even going to bother. And then upstairs... And we're the trader here. He really doesn't... I mean, there's a couple of magical weapons here. They're not really worth our time. What we're after are these two guys right here. And again, do not be greedy. Don't steal both of these in one fell swoop. Leave the bar door closed. He won't be able to get to you. See? And we'll want to grab these soul gems and stuff for some quick cash on the out as well. And sometimes, I don't understand why, this stuff doesn't trigger a bounty. Most of the time it does, but sometimes it doesn't. In this game it doesn't appear to be doing so. See, my bounty is still at 15 from the from the potion. So, lucked out. Nothing really there. See, these are fairly light. And we can sell these pretty well. There's really nothing else in here that, you know, is worth grabbing. So we pick up our stuff. We can slide down the back here. Grab everything off the floor here that we can carry. Now, depending on your character build, you may or may not be able to carry all this. It's totally up to your character build with whether or not you can pack all this stuff up.
I am not amused.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not. We're traveled to Balmora here.
I am not amused.
And we're just going to drop this stuff right here on this platform for now. We do not want to get caught in any of this stuff.
You are a fool to walk around like that.
Yes, dear. Gotta grab all this stuff too. And we can put our clothes back on so people aren't freaking. And we'll hop off to Balmora again. Drop it all off there.
We make a special trip. Just
That'll give us some nice starting cash right now. There. Okay, so we'll come back and we'll gather the stuff up, but right now we need to finish up the actual tutorial.
why walk when you can ride?
Yeah. True that. But later we'll be able to fly. Okay, so we've got all of our stolen goods stashed over in Balmora. So what we need to do is come back in. And we're going to clean out this room with a few valuables just like we did the other room. But we got to stay away from this guy. So let's go ahead and grab this stuff. Talk to us. Grab the candlestick here. Probably won't be able to get this stuff because he's too close here. No big deal.
You've stolen for the last time.
Yep, I know. Okay, now we're going to go back out here. And this is the trunk. This is where we normally came out. And had we not glitched through the wall, we wouldn't be able to enter this door until we loot this barrel. So now we have the ring, which enables our magic menu. Okay, now we can talk to this guy. Morrowind and duties. So now we have a couple of documents here that we will need later. And we can gather up our couple of lanterns here. Candles.
You want something, friend?
Okay, grace period is now over. Stealing anything gets you sent to jail. Now, the ring that we looted right here is his. So we need to talk to him about his ring, give him his ring, and now we have much better rep over here. Grab that lantern, nobody's looking. And see, now we have 92 persuasion with this guy now. So these are worth 12, these are worth 10. So we're going to sell these two. I'm going to keep these two for later. Okay. Head up to Flatfoot here. Recover some gold. Farragus hiding plates. And I'll do it. Okay. We need to head off to the lighthouse over there. I'm going to grab these shrooms while we're here. We're going to grab these as well. Those are for a quest that we'll run across in a short time. Okay, there. Okay, so we're going to head up to the top of the lighthouse. Oh, anybody who played Morrowind, those cliff racers probably send shivers down your spine, I bet. Okay, with her standing there, you're probably never going to steal any of the stuff, not at this point in the game. So don't even bother. We're going to grab this bread. We're going to grab this book. And this time we're going to take it. She's downstairs and will never see us. Nothing. Take the lantern. We're gonna climb the stairs. And we need to see this section over here. And we're going to have to wait until around 11. So we're going to, it's 2, 3. So that'll put us at 10 o'clock. Okay. At 11 o'clock, we'll see Farragoth come tippy-toeing. See, there he is right there. And if you're anywhere in this area and he sees you, he won't go to his hiding place. Comes all the way over here. He doesn't see you up here, but if you're like hiding down here somewhere, he'll spot you and not go. I think he might even spot you if you're on this lower deck, but I'm not sure. I always just wait up here, just as easy. Okay, he made his drop in the stump over there. And we'll wait till he leaves. Okay, and then we Drop onto this lower one here. You don't have to go all the way. You don't have to go through the lighthouse. If you hit this tree right here, you can drop off the tree here and not take any damage. Hollow tree stump. So now we get a lockpick, 300 in cash, and the ring back. So now we need to go talk to Flatfoot up here. Complete that quest. Hiding spot. So we took 300. Added 100 gold back, and we kept the ring.
Welcome, Dunmer. Please speak freely.
So we've got a healing ring if we wanted it, which you don't really need it right now.
An honor, to be sure.
Now we need this Jack of all trades spell, and what it does is it adds your ability to create spells with the fortify, and that means not just luck, but fortify health. I mean, luck, endurance, strength, all of it. We want this spell. And now we need to head to Balmora. Basically, I mean, there's a lot more quests here in Citadine. If you want to do them, go right ahead. Now we need to head up the trail here. We're looking for... Probably should have just come out the bridge. It would have been easier. There's the bridge. We're looking for some blue mushrooms. Pond. These guys we want. Okay, we've got all 4 that we needed. Head up this little ridge right here. And we want to scooch along here. And we want to slide down on these rocks right here. And the reason being is there's a nice little dagger right here. And 50 in gold right there. And we might as well grab these while we're here, if any. All good. I think that's everything we need up here. Oh, cliff racers. Memories. Now there is a guy, and it's extremely hilarious. There's a guy that falls out of the sky back here. I'm not going to ruin it for you. Just wander around out here, and you'll find the guy. But for now, I'm going to head to Balmora.
We make a special trip just for you.
I
Same
bet.
road,
grab anything with alchemy ingredients in it. It's okay, this stuff is not stolen out here. I mean, you can loot all the stuff all you want. We'll grab some of this odds and ends stuff in here. There we go. And for now, okay, we're going to drop all of our crafting ingredients except the mushrooms. Those. Keep one of those. And for now, we're going to drop these 2 quest items in here. We'll end up hawking the rest of the stuff later. Okay. Head into Mage's Guild here. Talk to Rhaenys. Join the Mage's Guild. Yes. Duties. Good. Now that you've joined, you can pick up stuff out of here. I recommend leaving this stuff alone for now. You will want those potions in a little while. We're going to come talk to Jira here. Duties. Mushrooms. Remember the mushrooms that I had you pick up? That's what these are for. Yes, here they are. Perfect. So we've finished the quest very easily. And we've got some health potions. Duties again. And then bet. And then fake soul gem. So now we have a fake soul gem in our inventory here that we need to deposit into a desk upstairs. And for a time, the lady will come down to talk to someone downstairs, and here she is right here. So we're going to go up to her office, which is upstairs here. Now, I wanted to warn you here. I'm going to stop it for a second. All this stuff is unguarded. There's some soul gems here on the table, plus this platter and everything in here. I want to warn you, if you take this stuff now, you won't be able to use her to enchant anything later in the game. It's not a big deal. If you're going to be using this guide, you'll be able to enchant your own stuff, piece of cake. I'm just warning you that if you take this stuff, that it will kill your ability to get stuff enchanted by her. There's other enchanters, however, she's rather conveniently placed. So that said, we're going to take this lesser soul gem out of here, and we're going to deposit the fake one in here. And then, as any good thief, we're going to nab all this stuff, especially this grand. Now, you won't be able to sell this grand soul gem yet. And just because I like candles. Okay, done. We want to get out of here before she gets back, and there she is. So we want to talk to Jira again.
I'm listening, please. Go ahead.
And then fake soul gem. Okay, we're done now. Okay, she wants flowers, and this has gotten us enough rank and everything in here, so we can purchase spells from people. and use her for travel. And then we can also use this lady here to create spells for ourselves. But for now, we want to load up with as much of that stuff at the top of the platform that we left back there, because we're going to take a trip to Caldera. I'd forgotten how slow early game is. Oh, I almost forgot. We want to sneak over here real quick and talk to another Khajiit and join the Thieves Guild, which will aid us should we get in trouble. Join Thieves Guild. Yep, let me in. Jobs. Good. Okay, now that we're in here, we can go downstairs and have bounty removed for a small fee, substantially less than paying the guards. And it's easy enough to sneak over here. There's not really any guards close enough over here, so you can come off the Stealth Strider and right in there to get rid of a bounty if you do some more thieving later. So we're going to head to Caldera with our loot. Hopefully we can carry most of this stuff. Grab these ingredients. We'll be using these soon. Ooh. Oh, exactly 200 pounds. Does not get any closer than that. As you can see, more burdened we are, the slower we go. But that's okay. We're about to make a lot of cash. Now, the reason you do not want to sell any of this stuff to vendors, except the one I'm about to show you, is because all of these other vendors only give you a percentage of the price, and he doesn't buy books and paper, so we don't care about that. We don't need all these lamps and stuff with us, because I'm going to keep those. I think we're good with the rest of this. Okay. The other vendors only give you a percentage of the actual value of it based on your personality. However, this vendor I'm going to show you gives you full price, and he's got 5K every day to spend. So we're going to come down here to Caldera.
Go ahead.
Okay. Now there is some goods in here that we want to steal, but not right now because we're completely loaded up. There's a full set of alchemy gear in there that we're going to take back to Balmora, and that's what all those crafting ingredients were for. What we're looking for is this big house right here at the bottom. I totally forgot. There's a book right here that we can read. Gain a level in speechcraft real quick. I forgot to go to the... We'll go out the back door. Right next door is a weaponsmith, an armorer, if you will. And we want to make sure we repair everything. Okay, we don't have enough to repair the gold armor, but we can repair the orcish helm. We'll have enough cash in a second. We got to come back to repair the dagger. We will have plenty of cash. Okay.
May your kills be quick.
There's a lot of stuff here in here. These guys will light up on if you try to steal it. So don't. This is the guy you want right here, Creeper. Now he is not hostile like most creepers in the game will be. Barter. And as you can see, he's got 5 grand. So we want to load him up with as much as we can. 960. So we need anything worth 30 in here. Oh, we can sell 2 of those. Another 10. There we go. Done. 5k cash. Bada bing, bada boom. We need to get her to turn around.
Your wounds are great.
Thank you. Dang it. Just turn back around. If we get lined up on that bedpost on her where she can't see us, you can sleep in this bed. 24. Yeah, we talk to Creeper, we sell again, rinse, repeat. Well, let's just offload a bunch of this junk over here. Oops. Okay, we overspent. So let's get some stuff back. 14. Find a 1. I don't have a 1. Yeah, I do. No, 2. Close enough. Might be able to pinch him 1. He took it. Awesome. So we got 10 grand now.
Strength is a virtue, friend.
It's probably close we're gonna get for 1. See if he'll take. Awesome. Yes, they do actually.
Your
I was rather surprised. Yeah, like
your back.
glitching through the wall at the beginning, that still works. The soul trap exploit for spells, that works. Not sure. Let's see what we got for change. 250. Well, they've remapped my keys, so I'm not sure which ones. So they moved stealth from the stick down to the left bumper, which is what they mapped white to, I think. You know what? Screw it. Got enough for now. Let's deposit the rest of this stuff now. I'll come back and repair that dagger later. 29k. Good enough. This guy had a book up here. I could have swore this guy had a book in the old game. But maybe not. Rock on, man. You play your game, I'll play mine. It's all good, my friend. Wrong stairs. It's a single player game, so, you know, no big deal. If it's a multiplayer, yeah, you know, it's a different story right there.
What is this about?
But I don't see the big deal in a single player game using some of the exploits and whatnot.
May I help you?
Nope. You may not help me. What we're after, right up here. Complete set of masters. I'll go ahead and grab the ingredients while we're here. Don't need these for right now. But hey, free ingredients is free ingredients. We don't want to forget the crap meat on the ground. Yeah. I don't know if there's... Take those. I didn't want those clothes. Well, and I'm going to go through those exploits here very shortly, in fact. And you can take them to any level you want to. Totally up to you. Yeah, I agree. That's why I usually don't completely overkill the strength. In fact, it becomes detrimental, in fact, because if you ramp the strength up so much, you hit somebody with, you know, with your weapon and it immediately breaks. Not a whole lot of fun. So I usually stick around 200 to 500 buff on the strength, which is enough to ease the battle. Okay, we're going to drop all these ingredients because we don't need them right now. And I was actually kind of surprised the overflow loot bags still work. I mean, it's literally just like the old Xbox version. I mean, they didn't fix anything. I'm totally shocked. So you can create, you know, limitless storage. Okay, so what we're gonna do? Oops, I forgot to get those. Oops. I wish they had a run toggle in this game. I miss run toggle from Oblivion and the other games. Store magic potion, because we'll need those for a short time. Well, actually, if you purposely create the overflow loot bags in specific spots, they actually become very beneficial. Normally I create one up by the Stilt Strider, one right outside the Mages Guild here, and then one up on the hill up there. And I can just throw stuff on the ground, they scoop them up and store it for me. And they're bottomless, so it's a win. Okay. Spell making. Fortify. Willpower. Oops. Self. Ten to 10. On self. And then, oh, I don't have Soul Trap yet. Forget which. Soul Trap. I thought she's the one. One of these chicks here has Soul Trap. There she is. Soul Trap. There we
I
go.
suppose I have a moment. What is it?
Oh no. No, 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 no. Speed? Are you crazy? Not that. I usually stop at around 150 on speed. Otherwise it becomes almost impossible to pick anything up. So we need 10. Oops. 10. And then we want a Soul Trap on target for 1 second. Okay, we want self and target for this. And we want fortify intelligence, self. You won't be able to cast this yet. And Soul Trap, target. Yeah, I actually dug out my old Xbox CD from back in the day, so I didn't have to buy it again. Okay. So now we have Fortify Wisdom. And the reason for these two specific ones, and why I bought this Jack of Trades, is because it gave us the ability to create these fortifies. Wisdom covers the ability to fortify, and intelligence increases
Hello, Outlander.
your mana,
I hope
magic, or whatever you want to call it.
quite fine.
So what we want to do, we want the Fortify wisdom because we have to ramp that up so we'll be able to cast this. And what this does is there's a glitch in the game that if we soul trap target as the second item in a spell, it locks it in as a permanent buff. So you'll notice my willpower is 30 here. I want to aim at the floor and cast this spell. And it's going to fail a lot. So we just succeeded. So now my willpower is 40. Fail. Fail. Just keep going. We want to try to get willpower up to 100. So now we're up to 60. And the higher you get this, the more and more success rate you will achieve. There we go. There's 100 in. So now we want to switch to intelligence. Spell. And we'll see if we can get that up. And this is the reason why we got those potions. Okay, what are we at? 4. To get this up around 5, if I can get one more in. There we go. So 500. Now we're going to talk to her again.
Greetings.
And we're going to
What
build
exactly
another
do you
spell.
require of me?
Attribute. Willpower. Self. 100. 100. Soul trap. Target. And we're going to buy it for 100 points now. And I pressed X to sleep until we heal, which means it resets our magicka. So now we're going to buff our willpower up. You see now our success rate is virtually 100% now. Good. Now we want to increase our intelligence. So that will increase our magicka pool. shooting for 5K here. Perfect. So now we want to get wisdom up to 5K. We get 100% success rates on these from now on, probably. Then we're going to build a spell that will buff everything else except speed and strength. We're going to build separate spells for those two, so we can control those independently. If you run speed too high, it's almost impossible to pick up like small stuff like darts, arrows, things like that. If you run strength too high, sure, you one-shot everything. It kind of makes the game just completely boring at that point. I mean, you can take these up to 10K if you want to, but I think personally that's a bit overkill. As I was saying, if you take your strength too far up, you will destroy your weapon in 1 or 2 hits, and you're constantly repairing it. Yes, you one-shot everything, but you're carrying armor hammers all the time just to repair your sword. Not fun. Okay. Oops, I went one too far. Well.
Greetings.
No worries. Oops.
What exactly do you require of me?
Come here. I require you to stand still. That's what I require you to do. Okay, we've already got intelligence and willpower. We're going to skip strength and speed. So we're going to buy agility, self. $100. Soul Trap has to be next on target. And back to fortify, we got a bit. We're going to skip speed. We're going to add endurance, self. Personality. Again, 100 is the maximum you can go on these. We don't need any duration other than 1. And then luck, self. Okay, so we have agility, soul trap on target, endurance, personality, and luck. Now, one little habit I got in from the original version is making all of my crafted spells all uppercase. Does it matter? No. However, when you look at your spell list, it's then easy to tell your crafted ones from ones that you purchased, because the ones that you purchased will all be standard capitalization. Do you need to? Nah. Just makes life a little bit simpler. We should probably sleep. X for heal. We'll refill our Magicka, mana, whatever you want to call it. Okay, fortify all. So now we're going to buff everything except speed and strength. So now, see how we're getting these buffed and we're leaving speed and strength alone. It should be 5,000 on everything. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to fortify strength, self, soul trap target again. And we want fortify speed, and this one's going to be the oddball. We want to stop at 25 because we want to inch this one up until we're comfortable with it. Okay,
How delightful. Welcome.
we'll do strength first. And here is very good advice. Save. Because once you apply these, you can't take them off. Okay? So we're going to shoot for about 500 on this to 1,000. Okay. Yeah. Let's remember you're going to eventually end up with. I have 40 starting points. That will increase to 100. So this is actually 700. We're gonna hold it there, so we eventually max out at 1,000. And our carry weight is 4,700, which is way, way more than you will probably ever haul. Okay, we're gonna make a separate save. And we're going to go outside and we're going to do the speed.
An honor, to be sure.
Yeah, get out the road. Thank you. Because we want a little moving around. We want to be able to point and tinker with stuff. So we're going to do this one outside. Which crate did I put those lights in? There we go. Okay, perfect. Now the reason I'm setting these out is so that we have something to practice pointing at, etc. Okay, so this is the standard speed. And with this build that I started out with, that gives me 50. And this will level up to 100. So as you can see, the speed that I'm moving at is reasonable. Okay, we've got speed. Again at the floor. Add 2, which is 50 on top of that, which will give me 100. And remember, this is going to go to 150, so we're still able to easily aim at small objects. Try one more. This one's fairly comfortable getting at small objects. Seems okay. Okay, so now we're at, oops, it failed. Point straight down. 175, okay. See, now we're getting a little high on the speed. We can still aim at small objects, but it gets a little more twitchy. Okay, we're at 200 now. Remember, this is going to go to 250 as you level up. And I think this is too far because it's getting to the point where it's going to be kind of hard to pick up small objects. So 200, we'll stop at 150. Make sure we have speed selected. $75. 150. So this will get you around the game reasonably fast.
Oh, greetings. How do you do? Maybe talk?
We're still able to, target and move around within buildings fairly
How do you
easily.
do? Maybe talk?
So this is where I'm going to leave it. So there's the stats that I kind of arrived at. Remember, this is going to end up at 1,000. And this is going to max out at 200 because my starting stat was 50. You can always buff these up later if you want. So now
Oh, greetings. How do you do? Maybe talk?
We've got cash. Don't need these pots anymore. Oh, that's right. I forgot you can't put them in there. Nope. Take them out. Okay. Now we're going to need the Kwama eggs, large and small. And this is how you can make some cash in the game using extremely cheap and very, very common ingredients. Which chest did I put those in? There we go. We want all these items right here. We want to equip the mortar and pestle, which will give us all the items here. We want the 2 eggs. We want to burn those up. Let's open a chest, which will make them stack. So we've got potions that are worth, about 12 to 1500 a pop. Now you can also use the bread and the crab meat. Also as a restore fatigue. These are ones that you'll never use. So now you've got change items that you can sell creeper. Because you need to put some various low value to medium value stuff into creeper. So you can get change as you sell stuff. Alright. Oh boy. That's what I was drawing a blank.
When you can ride.
Why ride when you can fly? Okay. Elbrenora?
How wonderful. Welcome, Outlander.
Oh, I forgot my levitate spell. Dope! Hate when that happens.
Care to see the sights? Where can I take you?
Nothing. Oh, totally forgot my levitate spell.
Where
And
would
I
you
also
like
want
to
mark
go?
and recall too. While I'm here.
Where would you like to go?
Nowhere, buddy. Yet. Yeah, see how that speed improvement makes life a little bit easier in this thing. I don't remember which one of these ladies has levitate. You're not going to talk to me. So too low level. One of you guys has levitate. Is it you? Nope. But you know what? I too want bound lumpo from you.
Oh, greetings. How do you do? Maybe talk?
Levitate. There he is.
Warm greetings, Outlander. Care
Thank you.
to peruse my spell?
Boy, remembering where all this stuff was from a decade and a half ago. Okay, where's the stairs? Down there. Right, Mark and Recall are two guys down here. Mark. Assembly Intervention and Recall. There, that gives us the tools we need. God, I want to steal all these torches. Such a dungeon cleaner. I have to clean everything out. I've been playing ESO, and you can't put anything in chests. It drives me absolutely nuts. Because in this game, I would clean everything out and stuff it in chests at the beginning of dungeons.
Where would you like to go?
Okay. Oops. Now we can take our little trip.
You flatter me with your attention, Outlander.
Okay, where the heck is that tower? Oh, cliff racers. Our favorite. Wrong hill. Okay, where's our tower? There it is.
Pleasure is all mine.
Lower. Keep working our way up to upper. Okay. Yep. Stop it. We want these doors. And this is why we wanted the levitate. We don't need it for long. We got to get up here to see this dude here.
Welcome, friend. What can I sell you today?
We want Golden Saint and Dremora. I don't think we need anything else out of this guy. Oh. Now what we wanted him to do is we need a Summon Golden Saint on self. Soul Trap. Target. And we want Tremora. Self. Now what we're doing here is we're creating, again, using the Soul Trap exploit, permanent versions of these guys. Otherwise they would time out and dematerialize, and we wouldn't be able to loot the bodies. Oops. Okay. Next up, we need a Grand Soul Gem. Which, find the doorway. There it is. Oh, come on, wear off levitation, will you? Thank you. Come on. Get off the eggs. Pardon me. Playing through. Boy, in ESO, I wish they had replicated this stuff a little more accurately. They tried to update it, and I'm not really thrilled with the update. Cedrith Mora, I believe, has a soul gem, Grand Soul Gem, sitting on a table. Excuse me, pardon, excuse me. Passing through. Oh, really? Thought I could get up there. Oh, come on, let me up the hill. Thank you. The Tilnaga Great Hall.
I'm
Right
very
underneath
happy.
the left stairs here. So you want to be in sneak mode. And grab it. And now we have the pieces that we need. We need to visit a lady in Belmora to acquire some exquisite items. Head back to Brenora.
I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
Back to Vivek.
Care to see the sights? Where can I
Nope. And since we're out here, we might as well go ahead and fill that soul gem while nobody's around. Okay, we have our permanent saint. Again, we pointed at the ground. And we have our permanent golden saint. And depending on how much you did or did not, yeah, I did, okay. How much you did or did not buff up your strength, this could be an easy or a very hard battle for you. But what we want to do is soul trap her and then kill her. So, cast soul trap on her. I thought she died. Okay, so now we have that Grand Soul Gem filled with the Golden Saint, which we will need shortly. Okay, where are we? Heading off to the Stilt Strider. Okay, we're going to head up the hill and in the back, and we are going to purchase some exquisite gear. From the clothier right here. Barter. And we'll come back and get this other stuff later. What we're looking for is exquisite gear only. I think that's all the stuff she has. We'll loot other stuff later. We don't need 2 skirts. Now you can get stuff for free because we buffed up our personality, and just about everybody has 100 to 100. If they don't, come in here to Persuasion and Admire, and they'll go to 100 instantly. And with that, you can probably barter down to 0 for virtually everything. Okay, so we've got all the pieces we need. We have a Grand Soul Gem filled with a Golden Saint. We have an exquisite ring. We have Levitate spells, and we have bound longbow. So we've got everything we need to create one of my favorite rings in the game. So we're going to select the soul gem, make an enchanted item, select the ring. We're going to come in to bound, where is it? Bound longbow, self. And I forgot to mention, you want to make sure this is on constant effect. And levitate, and I think if I remember right, we can get 6 to 7 or 5 to 6. Six to 7. Yep, see, we can't get. Yeah, 6 to 7 is max we can get in this. Again, self. So we want bound longbow and levitate. And clear this off. Okay, death from above. So we have bound longbow, levitate on a ring, on exquisite ring, with constant effect, using a grand soul gem with the golden saint in it. There we go. Well, there's our death from above, and we now have permanent levitation, so we can fly and move anywhere we want to, never wear off. We've got a bound longbow. All we have to do is supply arrows. I don't have any arrows for right now. Let's cue that up. So next, we need to acquire Azura's star. And that is a bit of a trip. What we want to do is we're going to head back to Vivek, and then over to Tel Brenora, and it's this little peninsula right here where we want to go. And I might add, you cannot rest while you're wearing this ring. You need to take it off to rest. You only rest on solid ground. Now, if you're not aware, Azura's star is the only reusable
I don't know where
soul
to
gem
begin. It is
in
such
the game.
an honor to meet you.
So the soul in it gets used up when you enchant something. However, you keep the container that you can refill. So we're going to head over right over here. This is kind of hard. I've got the chat in the upper left corner, kind of covers up my mini map. I have to keep checking the big map. And this is why we made this ring, because this trip is going to be mostly over water. Oh, lovely cliff racer. And we're going to be using the mark and recall, as well as the intervention spell, that those three that we purchased in the temple in Balmora on this quest. Kind of sad that Bethesda killed levitation in all the subsequent Elder Scrolls games. I really miss this ring. You know, my streaming chat is over the top of the mini map in the game. I should have put it in the opposite corner when I started the stream, but I forgot. Been playing some other games, and the top left corner was unoccupied in those. Okay, we should be pretty close. Probably up here, I think. There she is. So what you're looking for is this giant statue of Azura. Azura, however you want to pronounce it. Okay, you want to click on the statue. While she's chattering away, you want to put a mark here. Make sure it didn't do it. Yep. See on the mini map where it has a small X. Okay, that means we can return here with the recall spell, which we're not going to do. We're going to queue up intervention here, which will take us to the nearest temple. As soon as we get a journal update here.
Travel there, rid the island of his minions, and bring back proof of his meddling.
Yeah.
Do not disturb the wise woman, though, as
Yeah.
that would void our wager. Serve me, and I will reward you well.
Okay, journal updated. Check. We got it. Good. Okay, so now we're going to cast intervention, which will take us to the nearest temple. And we're going to head for the boat. Wrong button. Put those away. Thank you. Okay. I don't remember which side the boat's on. There she is. Go to the map. Where we're going to be working our way up to is up here to Dagonfell and this island, ultimately.
May you find me worthy of your attention.
Oh, yes. Renora?
A warm welcome to you, Sarah.
Cedrith Mora? And why it puts us out here on the dock, I don't know. And Dagon fell. Okay, that put us up here. And where we need is this little island right here.
What makes this smell?
Now, if you listen to Azura's, or Azura, however you pronounce it, listen to her instructions. She said, do not disturb the wise woman that's up here. Which means do not enter the cabin. Ooh, slaughterfish. I had forgotten about those guys. This way. Well, seeing the mini-map would be a little bit easier. I mean, if I stream this again, I am so going to move that chat box. Okay. Should be on the island. There should be some mushrooms. There they are. Now, this shack right here is the one I was talking about. We do not want to enter that. Oh, we got a hunger here. He's mostly harmless. Really? Boy. Now what we need to do is whack this golden saint here. And that'll give us our journal update. Might as well loot the goods. We don't really need to worry about anybody else. We got our journal update. So I killed the golden saint. So now we need to recall and see Azura to get our reward. Okay, really? Go away.
Well done, mortal.
There we go. We don't need to listen to her chatter anymore. So now we have Azura's Star, whatever you want to call it. Now, one word of warning, you cannot empty a soul gem of a soul you have trapped in it without using it in some way, either by recharging something or by enchanting something. So as soon as you get Azura's Star, you want to fill that thing right away with a golden saint. So we got plenty of working room in here. We want to permanent saint. Okay, we got a saint. We want to soul trap her again. And we want to whack her. Okay, so now Azura's Star is full with our golden saint. We want to keep it that way. At this point, most other soul gems are basically garbage. We don't need them anymore. So let's see if we can get lucky. It's a nice little spot here. Save. Okay, we want to permanent saint again. Really? Where is he? Oh, rats. I thought it was cliff racers. That's funny. Okay. Saint is queued up. So we got some golden saints here. Soul trap. Thank you. Didn't really need to soul trap them. Forgot, I don't need to soul trap these guys. I'm hoping for some usable weapons here. Spear. Nope. I forgot I don't need to soul trap these guys yet. Because we're gonna, if we can get a good dagger out of one of these guys. Or sword, doesn't matter. Nope. Maybe the glass longsword, that would work. Let's try one more round. See if we can get a... Oops. Yeah, if they disappear like that, you weren't aiming at the ground well enough. You got Ebony. So she might. Yeah, we got the dagger. Awesome. Anybody else? Oh, there you go. Die. Dagger, that's what we wanted right there. Okay. I was looking for this dagger right here. This is what we wanted. I mean, if they had a Daedric sword or Daedric katana, I wouldn't waste a die katana on this, but you know, a dagger will do just nicely. We're going to select the dagger. Soul trap. I think we can get 19 for 1 point. So you want to watch the not the enchantment cost, but the cast. So 19 points or 19 seconds will only take 1 point. 20 will take 2. So we want 19. wish this game worked with the keypad. Oops. Lowercase. And this will be the weapon that we use to refill the star all the time. So we don't have to change our spell anymore. So we got Soul Trap on Dutch. We want to make sure we have when strikes. So it will cast Soul Trap on whatever we whack with it, which inevitably will be Golden Saints. So let's cue our dagger. Cue up a Golden Saint, because remember, you always want to fill that thing. Oh, knew it. This game tends to crash. And I'm not going to close it. Whacking